everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and you're tuned in to Madden 18.
All right, Larry, thanks. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Washington Redskins and the New York Giants. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Dobbs. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. So certainly not the start they were looking for here as they come up on a 3rd and 14.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, here's Dobbs. Buying time to his left. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down. The 4th-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Back deep for the Redskins, Jamison Crowder. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Now it's Crowder. Good blocking there. Nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. On 3rd down, Cousins. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
Let's see if they do that. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Giants drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. As the Giants head back out there, let's take a look at the playoff picture in the NFC. And you can see it's no race for the top spot. That's been decided. These guys will hope to get through Week 17 in one piece before they host a division round game in 2 weeks' time.
And I think that what they'll do is they'll be very selective about who plays in this game. All right, there's certain guys that maybe are starters, but maybe haven't played as much as other guys during the year. Maybe they still need their timing back. Other guys you're going to put in bubble wrap and put them on the sidelines and tell them we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
Let's go!
Here's Dobbs to throw. It's caught. Nelson. way in. Touchdown, New York. J.J. Nelson, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big play. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. As this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season is gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
Neutral zone infraction, defense.
A little antsy on the left side of the line.
Yeah, I think they got the guy in the end. I think they got the DN there on that one. And let's face it, he is so amped up, wanting to get a good get off on the snap, jump too quickly.
They'll keep it in the hands of Kelly. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy is disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
That's complete. It's Brian Quick. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. They'll go again with Kelly. No dice this go around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2, now third down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss rolling in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The 21 yards there as they convert on third.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. That throw good for 4. It's second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
When the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Cousins from the gun on third. And he finds the tight end, Reed. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to fourth down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. And Hopkins' kick is good. And getting our first update now from Nashville. And it's the Titans who are off to the early lead in that ball game. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Now they try the right side here. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, forced the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere. Here's Dobbs to throw. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And the drive starts with Rob Kelly. And now running right through it. So he got free at one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. A gain of 3, second down. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense.
A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
This is Kelly. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Well, last week he found his way in the backfield from that linebacker position for 4 tackles for a loss. Another one there, first quarter.
Yeah, help me out because we watched tape.
Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a second and long to start things out. On the run, it's Kelly. So an agile move, but not a big gain. Down right near the 25. They'll get a couple yards back, but not more than that. They'll be left with 12 yards to go on third down.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Got his man over the middle. This is quick. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses, It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. A busy final day for you coming up in the NFL. Final day of the year as well. 11 other games going on as we speak. And then coming up later this afternoon, 2 games each from the AFC West and NFC West, all kicking off at the same time. Raiders, Chargers, Chiefs, Broncos, Cardinals, Seahawks, Niners, Rams.
Loving it.
Loving it. That's it for the 2017 regular season. It'll be Happy New Year time. And Charles, you going to dust off Auld Lang Syne for us tonight?
Meet me at midnight, baby. You'll find out.
Hard pass. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Now a handoff looking right. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or also just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now Dobbs. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the flag, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. And that catch puts him past the great Jerry Rice. For the most receiving yards in a single season, he's now up over 1,848.
At one point, we called Jerry Rice Flash. How about the dash we saw here today? The dash towards his record and past it. What a tremendous achievement. And how much fun is it for us to be here to witness it?
It's a pinch-me moment for us.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately, because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, helped force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Out of the gun, Dobbs. His throw caught right around the 6. And they do get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop him?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle it.
Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7. Ryan Kerrigan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. To throw is Dobbs. Escaping the pressure right. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Joshua Dobbs with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants add on to their lead. So a quarterback scramble, certainly a pass play, but he saw something, tucked it, and got in the end zone.
A lot of quarterbacks, when they scramble, they're scrambling to create more time to throw the ball downfield. In this situation, as you noted, he tucked it and took off. Great play by him.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. They run with it. It's Callan. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Again, this is Kelly. A strong running.
Oh, that's sweet.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Kelly with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. On the NFL scoreboard, second quarter up in Minneapolis. Early on, it's the Vikings in the driver's seat. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator is a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now.
This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be marked down deep in Washington territory. It's a big-time play there for the G-men. 63 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll check in with Larry Ridley in Orlando with highlights and analysis of this first half of play.
And I'm going to check in with a heater.
I'm going to be right there with you, partner. And he's not going to push his way forward. He's going to be stopped at the 2-yard line.
When I was playing, all our defensive coaches talked about when you're near your own goal line and you're trying to stop them from getting in, your heart gets tested. What a nice play on the last down.
A lot of heart on second. Do they have the heart on third? Back to throw Dobbs. And he's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Nugent on now for the extra point. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. Ooh, the juke. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Here's Cousins. Out to the left here to Reed. A really good pickup of 28 yards. First down now, but the clock continues to move. First down, here's Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. And now a first down following that long gain. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Cousins now to throw on first down. Setting up the screen to Kelly. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Shift together here from the D-line. Cousins again. This one caught by Crowder. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I think we should put a stopwatch on that one. You talk about having all day to throw the football, able to scan the field, find someone open after a long time. Big-time credit to the offensive line for protection. That's what we used to call throwing out of the rocking chair.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Damon Harrison busting through to get him for a loss of 6. Now a second down throw for Cousins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. And Hopkins' kick is good. And that will tighten this one up a bit. Now a one-score game at 20-13. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
So we've reached half. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? Well, they didn't really have to earn that first down, did they?
Well, they're not having to earn much, are they? Back-to-back penalties. First was 1st and 5, and now they give them a first down.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Encroachment, defense.
And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
Cousins now. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Paul. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Well, a free safety blitz, that can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble, because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
They'll hand it off to Kelly. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down. The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Throwing, Cousins. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense.
And look out. I think he's going to go. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Giants. A big play there. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That good for 19 and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Rob Kelly, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the Redskins are able to make this a close game again. That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the all-pro corner, Josh Norman. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. No gain on the play there, second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
Second down, Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll try and run for it with Kelly. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Well, after an interception, last thing you want to do is go 3 and out, give the ball right back. They avoided that.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to do that. I remember in college I played with a really big-time player on defense who ended up getting an interception.
And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Cousins now on second down. Escapes the sack. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Third and long for Cousins. He'll leave it for Kelly, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
They'll run again with Pirine. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you.
And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
big kick that time, 52 yards. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Elsewhere, second half action at Heinz Field. And a shocker there. The Browns lead that ball game at the moment. Deshaun Kaiser, a single touchdown pass to this point in that one. Now they try the right side here. And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up 3rd.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow.
He can't avoid the pressure. Redskins get there. Trent Murphy in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they were just...
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. As we've got the final quarter upon us, we get ready to start the 4th. The punter wing is on as he sends this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Checking things elsewhere. 3rd quarter now from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The Vikings opening their lead up to 2 touchdowns now. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Second down following the run. They'll run it now out of the gun. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
I know the game continues to evolve, and we have a lot of exotic stuff nowadays. I can't help it. I love a good old-fashioned draw play.
Who's typically fooled on defense on a play like that, a successful draw play?
Typically, it's the defensive line that's fooled.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. Give him 9 yards on the 2nd down screen play. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
And he's got the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A pretty good mark there. They needed 14. They got 14 on 3rd down. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting 3rd down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and 1, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And Reed with it over the middle. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Cousins to his big target. Reed and the Redskins have a first down.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the ball, as we just saw there.
And he's got his target. It's Vernon Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs. Here comes the D swarming to the line. They go play action here on first down. And he's got his man. That's Crowder for the Redskins touchdown. Jamison Crowder with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Odell Beckham now marching back onto the field. And I know that they double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it?
No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Now Dobbs. Throwing right, and that's complete. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Big play there, 81 yards. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. And Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they design every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
On the return, here's a speedy Jamison Crowder. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Now he's going to go deep down the left and got his man complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl?
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Throw left side complete. It's Reed. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
third down. Count it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, and sometimes that just happens. It is the NFL. They will make some plays against you.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And they're going to bring him down. Back across midfield at the 45. Jay Gruden's guys unable to convert on 4th down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So the failure to convert, no doubt, really hurts. But this one's not over. A good chunk of time on the clock and the timeouts.
Yeah, not only do they have the timeouts, as you just noted, they're going to get an extra one with the 2-minute warning. And that's going to help in big way. So in a sense, they have 4 timeouts in their pocket. The big thing, stopping them on defense now. They can't let them get a first down and make them use their timeouts and get a fresh set of downs. They've got to stop them right here. And if so, they've still got an opportunity.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And they'll try to squeeze in one more play here before the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now a handoff looking right. Down the numbers. There he goes. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Corey Grant with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Giants take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And they're able to up the lead by 1 more.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside of 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And along with the rest of his offense, here comes Jordan Reed now. And this is how the game has trended for him numbers-wise. He's really picked it up. And I got to be honest, I don't know schematically. This is where I need you. What does the defense need to do to get back to that start that they had on him?
You've got to harass him early in his route. Right off the line of scrimmage, someone needs to be there. So it's not what we call a free release where he just gets into the route so easily. Because once he builds up momentum and speed, forget it, you're done. Knock him off of that, chip away at his timing, and then make sure you have a second person there in the vicinity as well. Too big and too strong usually for one person to handle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. On third down, Cousins. Jordan Reed has it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion. Cousins to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Jamison Crowder with his second. Touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Redskins have made this a one-score game. And that'll cut the lead down now to a touchdown. So a 7-point game, they'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And the Redskins scoop it. Oh, and I think the Redskins got it. Yes, they did. So they've accomplished half the mission, Charles. They get the onside kick. They do need a touchdown here, but they've got some time to do it.
In the excitement, there's no need to press. Plenty of time. They have the opportunity. Now they just need to execute and finalize things.
Back to throw. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. He got 29 yards that time. They'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught along the sideline. Nicely done, but right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. It'll be second down. He's been a busy man here in this one, and they're showing off some nice footwork to stay in bounds.
And with those types of catches and the volume that we've seen in this game, wouldn't you keep him busy as well?
I would.
Of course. You got to keep throwing it to him. He keeps making plays.
He's back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Back to throw. Shakes off the sack. Room here to run. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. So getting the big touch. They needed late in the fourth. Now what do? You conservative and just tie it up?
No, I think you put your practice into game situation. Go as fast as possible. You already have your play call ready to go. Go for two and decide it right now.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Fielded about a yard deep. Come the Giants. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. And incomplete here. So that will leave them with 16 on the clock. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the second quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
Back to throw Dobbs. They'll let it go deep for Beckham. It's caught inside the 25. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham with 8 seconds remaining. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Might be seeing that one on the highlight shows tonight. The home run ball here in the fourth quarter to take the lead.
There's nothing like being aggressive, preaching that to your team, and then following through. All the way through. Go ahead and throw one more up there. Why not?
Been a great game, and we are not done yet. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. One last shot now for Cousins. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. picked off by Andrew Adams. And his guys will set up shop.